Aloha! Welcome to another episode of the Curvature Amateur. I'm your host, Louis Montagne. Today we're going to be looking at a couple of smaller islands amongst all the bigger islands in Hawaii. Okay, we're going to be looking at Kaho'olawe and Lanai over here. And we're going to be observing that from the Big Island, from Mahukona on the Kohala coast here, and from next to Pu'uku'ili by the Ellison Onizuka Airport by Kona. Okay? So my videos, if you're not aware of what's going on here, is I'm going to demonstrate to you that our Earth is not flat. Okay? It's not flat, but we still got to be thankful to the flat earthers because they have a lot of proof to show us that the earth is not a globe. And my videos do the same. We prove that we do not live on a globe according to the math that they show us. Okay, so we can do that if we want right away. So how do we know the curvature of the Earth? If we look up on Google, there are many websites that will tell us about how to calculate the Earth curvature. Some give us the answers right away. And there's this website here, which is my favorite. It has a nice little drawing that helps us understand what kind of numbers we're dealing with here. So Robert, the expert here, who was asked by other people at all level, how can I find the curvature per mile of Earth's surface? What is it? So Robert here, he pulled out this number out of some part of his body, 3,963 miles. Okay? He didn't round it off to 4,000 miles or 3,900 miles, or not even 3,960 miles. It was really 3,963 miles, which is said to be the radius of the sphere Earth. Okay, there's no decimals behind it. It's a nice, big, solid number. So using the Pythagoras triangle, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, he came up with this answer, 7.98 inches in 1 mile. Okay, remember one thing, that the distance measured should be squared. If you square 1, it makes 1. So with this simple mile here, we losing approximately 8 inches in 1 mile. Let's pull out the calculator, see what those numbers mean a little bit better. Okay. So everybody knows the value of 2/3. Hopefully you do. 2 divided by 3 equals 0.6 periodical. Okay? And 8 inches into a foot is 2/3 of a foot, 0.6 periodical. Okay? And now we want to know what 7.98 inches is into a foot. We get 0.665. All right, let's remember this value. We multiplied this 0.665 by the number of miles measured that are squared. Okay? Like I said, there are many other websites that explain that and do it for you, so you can looking up, make comparison. All right, so let's go back to our map, and I want to know how tall our islands are. Start with Lanai. Lanai is 3,366 feet of elevation. Looks like a Freemasonic number to me. And how tall is Kaho'olawe? Kaho'olawe is below 1,500 feet, which is 1,477. Kaho'olawe is a very desolate island. Nobody lives there. Nobody want to go there. And they've been bombing that island for the longest time, making sure the bombs work. They got to make them explode first to make sure it works. Does it make any sense? Anyway, so let's look at our map and measure the distance. Okay, and we're going to start off by looking at Mahukona, where that spot is. Lapakahi, Mahukona should be right next to it. Here we go. So here it is, Mahukona State Park. From there, to Kaho'olawe. What's the distance between? To Kaho'olawe Summit. So we get 50 miles, 50.5 miles, just 50 miles. Let's pull out our calculator. Let's try that, 50 miles away. We square that number, squaring the distance. So we get 2,500, makes a lot of sense to me. Multiply that by 0.665, just a bit less than 2/3 of the value. So we're not supposed to see anything below 1,662 feet from Mahukona, 50 miles away from Kaho'olawe, okay? And remember, the height of Kaho'olawe was 1477. So I'm not even supposed to see that from the ocean level. According to the Earth curvature map, that it's all over Google. Okay, so let's go take a quick look at what I'm talking about here on my video. Hold on. Let's also look at the elevation of that spot where I was, because I wasn't clearly at the ocean level. Looking down at Mahukona. Mahukona is right here. Big warehouse here in the harbor. Okay, I was parked here in the parking lot. So what's the elevation of this parking lot here, mister? 0 feet. Come on. I was off. At least 10 feet off. It's 39. 0. That's not very accurate. 39. Alright, let's say 39 feet, but you'll see with your own eyes what we're dealing with. First, I'm going to take you up higher up, right over Mahukona on the Kohala Mountain Road. And just to present you the islands, on the right side here is Maui. You can only see the Haleakala Ridge coming down towards the ocean, and here this little hump is Mekena. Here this island is Molokini. I got a couple of videos observing this island. And here are our islands Lanai and Kaho'olawe. Kaho'olawe looks a little darker, and it's only 1,477 feet tall, 50 miles away. And I'm up on the mountain here. I'm at 1,600 feet or so. And here is Lanai. It's got its top covered with clouds. And remember, the height of Maui is the Freemasonic number of 3,366 feet elevation. Okay. Now let's go look at shot. Is it this one? Yeah, that's seen at the ocean level. That's this one here. Yeah. That is from that parking lot we saw in Mahukona. Down the volume. Right, here's Maui, nice and bold. And let's skip along a little bit. We're looking towards Lanai and Kaho'olawe. here. Skip along a little bit, guys. Don't want to waste too much time. Okay, there's Mount Maui, some windmills, some are sticking out of the water. Okay. Now I'm looking towards Lanai and Kaho'olawe. This out of the way. Sorry if the level, I didn't take enough time to level my tripod. Okay, here we go. You see, we have a top sticking out here. It's a little bit blurry. Hopefully you have a good screen to watch that. Did you see it? It's there, it's moving. You see? Oop, went a little too far. Let's back it up a little bit. Where is it? Right here, right here. Do you see that? That's an island top here, which I figure it is Lanai. So how can we see Lanai? Let's do the math real quick. How far away is Lanai? How far away is Lanai? I didn't measure that yet. Let's take a quick measurement. Okay, from here, measure the distance to the summit of Lanai. So we get 70, almost 79 miles. Okay, let's do the math on this one. So we get 78.79 if you want to be precise. You're going to square that number, multiply it by itself. So we get this number, multiply that by 0.665. So we're not supposed to see anything below 4,128 feet of elevation. And I'm looking at an island that it's only 3,366 feet tall, 78 miles away. And what do we see? You can still see it stop. And my camera eye is maybe 40 feet over the water level. And you just saw it went past. Where is it? Here. Is that it? Let's back it up a tiny bit. Again, let's look at it. Go too far. Where is Lanai? Okay, here it is. Sorry it's not so clear, but if you watch it over and over again, you'll see it. See it here, we just went past. So yes, we can see it. It looks like this part here, this part here. We can see it. So Robert's math is way off, way in the field. Okay, now we're looking for Kaho'olawe. We can start seeing it. You see it? Nice and much easier to see than Lanai. Okay, and should we be able to see that 50 miles away? Where's our calculator? 50 miles away. 50 times 50. Okay, times 0.665. So we're not supposed to see anything below 1,662 feet. And remember, the height is 1477. And I'm at 50 miles away. And my camera eye is but maybe 40 feet over the ocean level. Okay, and I still see a whole lot of height on Kaho'olawe. And I'm not even supposed to see the top. 1,600 feet is way over 1477. Okay? Alright, so let's look at another shot. And that is this one here. That is much closer to the sea level. My altimeter says 26 feet, but as I show you in many other of my videos, it's a little faulty, my altimeter. It doesn't always show me precision. And as you can tell, my camera lens is about 6 feet over the water level. My feet are almost touching the waves, and I don't want to get any splashes on my expensive Nikon P900 camera. Here is Maui, you can see in the distance. And we're going to be looking for Lanai and Kaho'olawe. So I'm very close to the ocean level, very close. Don't get seasick on me, please. And I'm looking for Lanai. Where do we see anything? Looking for Kaho'olawe. Do we see anything? And then, oh, here is something. Here is an island. Okay, can you see it? Not so clearly, but as I let it play, you can see it. So here's something. Here's an island top. And do you see anything more? Oh, not in the water. Come on. I think that was it. Look at it again. You can see Kaho'olawe here. It looks like Kaho'olawe to me. Okay, and I'm 6 feet over the water level. And this is right by the lighthouse between Mahukona and Napakahi State Park. I went left and then going back right. Here it is again, Kaho'olawe. You're not supposed to see that because it's 1,470 feet tall, 77 feet tall. And I'm only 50 miles away. I'm not supposed to see anything below 1,662 feet. You see it, Kaho'olawe, and looking towards Lanai here. Do I see Lanai? Don't see it. You can still see Kaho'olawe here. And looking towards Lanai. Is it gone beyond the curve? Our curving ocean water? Some say that the water doesn't curve. What about all these little waves? The little waves are curving water. If you pick up a cup of water in your hand with water in there on glass, look at the very edge where at the top where the water meets the glass, it either curves upwards or downwards, depending if the glass is wet or not. So we saw Kaho'olawe. You can't really see Lanai. We tried a few times. Here's Kaho'olawe again. Looking towards Lanai. Don't see any part. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Here it is. Here it is. That's what we saw in the beginning of this shot, and we see it again. So we do see the top of Lanai here, 50 miles away, and I'm very close to the ocean level. Not supposed to see anything below what? Was it 78 miles away? 78 miles from Lanai. Square that number. You're not supposed to see anything below what? Below 4,000 feet. Okay, and I'm not supposed to see any of that below 4,000 feet. And that top here, where is it? Top of the island here, sticking out, 3,360 feet tall. Hey, what's going on? Let's look a little further. This one here. Before I present this one, let me show you where I was on the map. So I'm standing by the Kona airport. I'm going to be looking at the elevation of the grounds there. So just to remind you, this is the Kona airport down here. And we're going to go observe Pu'uku'ili, which is here. There's Pu'uku'ili, that big orange spot. I got a whole video about that, about seeing that pu'u from distance. And we're going to be looking from, right now we're going to be observing Kaho'olawe and Lanai from this parking lot here. It's on the way to a very nice beach. It says 137 feet of elevation. Is that accurate? Is that right? 154 here. Hello. 111. I was in the parking lot. I wasn't in the bushes. All right, let's say that 154 feet of elevation. And let's measure the distance. 154 feet of elevation. Let's measure the distance to Kaho'olawe from Kona Airport, which is about here. Measure the distance, please. To Kaho'olawe Summit, 64 miles. 64.78. We can say 65 or whatsoever. Let's measure that. 64 miles. 64 square equals 4,096, and we want just a bit less than 2/3 of that. So we're not supposed to see anything below 2,723 feet of elevation. Okay, remember I'm 155 feet already, and I'm looking at the mountain top that's 1,477 feet. So we're more than 1,000 feet more, and let's go see what we got. It's Maui over there. You can see I'm somewhat higher than the ocean level. The elevation finder says I'm 155 feet or so. And I'm already on that. Anyway, sorry if the level is not there yet. We're gonna be working with that in a second. Skip along a little bit. Okay, here's on Maui. I already corrected the level. Okay, here's the slope of Maui. And that's probably still part of Maui over here. Okay, Maui. Now we're going the other way, please. Now, see some treetops up there. A little patience, please. I can adjust the focus manually. Let's skip this around. Okay. Still looking at Maui here. Okay, I thought I saw that in the beginning of the video. Somewhere out this way. Still Maui. Oh no, it's at 9 minutes, sorry. 9 minutes. We're still looking for Kaho'olawe and Lanai. We see those guys from Pu'uku'ili. The parking lot by Pu'uku'ili next to the Ellison Onizuka Airport in Kona. You ought to know who Ellison Onizuka is. Oop. Here is Kaho'olawe right here. Am I right or am I wrong? I don't see that boat necessarily. Focus is not so good right now. You can see Kaho'olawe here. Kaho'olawe and Lanai right here. Both those guys right next to one another. It's hard to see where they separate. You can see the top of Kaho'olawe on the left, and it merges with Lanai over here. You see them? Hard to say, but that's Lanai. And Kaho'olawe. You see that long, flattish island? And Lanai is taller than Kaho'olawe, but since it's further away, they almost look at the same height. Here's Lanai, we're kind of looking at it, backing out of the zoom. So it's both of them. Let's just look at our map real quick to make the comparison. Okay, if you look at the alignment from where I am, you can see that the two islands are pretty much lined up together from my observation point. Let's measure the distance to Lanai. Lanai is 91 miles away. 91. Let's look at the calculator. 91 miles away. We square that number and we multiply that by 0.665, a bit less than 2/3. So we're not supposed to see anything below 5,506 feet. And remember, the height of Lanai is 3,366 feet. So we're way over that, and we can still see the top. And we can still see a bit more of the top. So how is that possible? Oops. How is that possible? You can see the whole top and more. Same thing for Kaho'olawe, and we're not supposed to see that. So anyway, I have many other videos like that on BitChute and YouTube as a curvature amateur, and all my videos demonstrate very well that the Earth is not flat and the Earth is not the ball that we're said to have according to all the experts that claim the radius is this so, okay? And we're on a round ball. Is that really true? Well, unfortunately, NASA tells us all these lies, and they show us CGI of our Earth. So we have no idea. We don't have a real camera going out in space and taking any pictures of our Earth. If you look at the pictures that exist about our Earth, they are made up. Anyway, see you next time. Aloha.